Hi, folks. Let me get comfortable here. Tom back at you. Um, Hopefully, everybody's doing as well as I am during this uh, period. I don't know what you want to call it. Totally against the law. I understand that we don't need to be out there passing on viruses and shit, but you've got to understand it's nothing more than the flu. That's it. I mean, get out. Get out in the sunshine. And don't take everything everybody says for granted. Okay? Some of you people live in large cities and they're finding people, arresting people. Let me take my glasses off so I don't have that blue screen on my glasses here. The question you should be asking yourself is, are they doing it lawfully? Or are they doing it legally? There's a difference, folks. There's a difference. Now, hopefully you've gone through and seen the other videos that I've made. I think this is number 8. I think so. Let me tell you something. For those people that are true bad to the bone American people, not citizens, people. Those of you that call yourselves citizens, you need to stop. Unless you call yourself an American citizen, okay? And even that's kind of iffy because you're putting the word citizen in there. Now, why don't you want to say citizen? Because citizen, individual, and person, legally defined, not lawfully, legally defined, are corporations or very large companies. That's what they, just like Walmart, very large company, very large corporation. The United States, not the United States of America, the United States is a corporation. If you look under United States Code, Title 28, Section 3002, what is it, paragraph 15A, I believe it starts, you'll find out that the United States, in all capital letters, because all corporations, anything that goes on the stock exchange has to be in all capital letters. The United States is a corporation, folks. It is not the United States of America. And if you call yourself a citizen of the United States, you are obligated to follow all rules, regulations, laws, codes, and statutes. Why? Because you just said you're a citizen. You got to stop, man. I don't tell people I'm a citizen. I am a people, strictly. I'm just a people. Now, what we're going to discuss today, because I've watched lots of videos on YouTube about people getting fined, people getting arrested. Whose fault is that? Is it their own fault? Well, it's kind of a touchy subject. The reason I'm saying that is because anytime that you're accosted or approached, okay, if you are approached by anyone in law enforcement, first thing you want to do is record. Always, always, always. Matter of fact, look, I went out and bought me one of these little handy dandy recorders. It's not a video recorder, it's just a voice recorder, and that's all I need, because if I get approached by a police officer, all I have to do is ask him to identify name and badge number. And if you can, get his first name. This is important. Why? Because we're going to sue them. Yeah. People say, oh, you can't sue the cops. You can't sue judges. You can't. Sure you can. You just have to get away from the legal system. It's easily done, believe it or not, folks. Easily done. Back in 2017, I got arrested DUI on purpose, just to see if I could win. I made a couple mistakes, three of them. One was intentional. The second one, I sent in a challenge of jurisdiction, flubbed up on that. Why? Because I didn't put in the subject matter. And I'm going to show you what that is here in a second. And thirdly, while doing everything myself, I was self-representation. I went through the jury. I didn't have a jury. Went through trial. Went through everything by myself. What happened? I had these guys by the short and curlies, folks. I had them by the short and curlies until the judge, Maureen Skirta, here in Warren County, Pennsylvania, she got on her handy-dandy laptop and was looking at it. She says, the court acknowledges, blah, 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 something about the laws and shit. And I stood there. My brain told me to say something, to object. I didn't. Bad, bad, bad mistake. Why? Because judges are not allowed to talk. Okay? And now they're not allowed to give any evidence. They are there to hear the case. That's it. Okay? Now, what did she do by reading? She said the court acknowledges. She's helping the prosecution. She is not allowed to do that. I should have objected and said, I don't call him your honor. I don't call him judge. I said, ma'am, I should have said, ma'am, you're practicing law from the bench and that is illegal. But I didn't do that. Foolish. And then she did it a second time, which was by then too late, because if you let them do it one time, you have acquiesced, or you sat on your thumbs, sat on your hands, or you just didn't do anything about it. Okay? That's what I did. I should have objected. I didn't. My fault. So I got prosecuted. You know what? It wasn't so bad. 6 months probation. Had to go through victim impact panels and all this crazy crap. Wasn't like I was doing anything anyway because I'm retired. I had, was it a learning experience? And no, not really. Make you do all this silly bullshit for not. And you got to pay for it all. Sure, yeah. I ended up doing 6 months probation, no jail time whatsoever. And there's a story behind that. I don't think I'll ever tell you that story, but maybe. I doubt it. It's not something that you need to know. Ended up costing me $2,300 in fines and all that shit. Big deal. It's like, big deal? Well, I mean, no, but yes, because it was a learning process. And I'm going to tell you what, anybody goes to college, you have to pay. Okay, no matter what you do, if you're going to some sort of school, you're going to have to pay. And so I paid. Wasn't that big a deal. Plus, I saved a bunch of money staying out of the bars. Lots and lots of money. My fines were $100 a month. Like, wow, man. Like, eh. And I'm an extrovert, which means I'm a people person, most generally. However, I do spend probably 90, a large percent, not over 90% of my time alone. Me, my cat, Whisper. Where was I going with this? Oh, the learning process. So everything costs. Now, when I first got my notice, after I got arrested and stuff, they send you the paperwork through the mail. First thing I did was sent in a challenge of jurisdiction. What exactly is a challenge of jurisdiction? A challenge of jurisdiction is simply that. You're challenging the jurisdiction of law, okay? Now, law, not legalities, law. Because the Constitution says there are only two jurisdictions of law. Only two. Military jurisdiction, that's for those who serve in the military or if they commit treason. We don't want to do that. Second one is admiralty jurisdiction. That covers seagoing vessels, tanker ships and all that stuff. Seagoing vessels that are not military, okay? Not military. And it also covers international contracts. Yeah, because if you have a contract with somebody overseas and you're doing business here, you got to have some way of upholding that contract, some sort of law. That's where that falls in. Military falls under Uniform Code of Military Justice, and anybody that serves in the military can tell you about that. They go by articles of under there. Okay, Article 1, Article 38, Article 102. Now, under Admiralty jurisdiction, they go under the Uniform Commercial Code, and they go completely by sections. Section 1, Section 300, Section 32, Section 49. You see what I'm saying? Now, once you went to court the last time, when did they use that Article 1 under or section under the UC under the nothing? No, they don't care. They're using an illegal system of justice. So what do? You challenge jurisdiction. Looky here. I'm going to show you something. This is the one I typed up. I'm going to see if I can get it to where you guys can read it. Probably can't. Here, let me put this so the light doesn't shine through it here. Can you read that? So, challenge of jurisdiction. Now, see? Goes through. I'm going to put it up here so you guys can read it. Oh, that's too close. Here. All right. There's my challenge of jurisdiction. And in here, it talks about, it goes through the military jurisdiction, the admiralty jurisdiction. See, right there. Right here. Right there. Can you see it? It's on there. I went through it. I defined it, went through it. Boom, 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 boom. Now, as soon as you get served those papers, you need to send in one of these things to the court. Because if you don't, okay, you're going to have to go to the pretrial hearing, arraignment, and everything else. And if you do this correctly, they shouldn't even call you into court, into the hearing, into anything, because if they do, and if you're smart about it, they're committing fraud. They're committing a conspiracy to commit fraud, okay, and theft and robbery. Robbery? Well, sure, think about it. You go into that courtroom, how many of those bailiffs and sheriff's deputies have guns? They are there to intimidate you. And they will use force if necessary. They are there to take your money. Make no mistakes about it, folks. Well, that went fast. 14 minutes and 25 seconds. Wow. I got 30 seconds left. Okay, I'm gonna make another one after this. So we're gonna continue to talk here. Yeah. Do it, folks. I'm gonna go into more detail right after this one because I don't want to go over 15 minutes. Otherwise, they don't let me. They won't post these things. I don't know, understand why, but that's just the way it is. So, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, drink some of my coffee, and I'll be back. Let me put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing here.